Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am an alcoholic, and today I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I cannot be any more grateful. We had a fantastic crosstalk meeting. If you're not familiar with crosstalk, essentially you walk into a room and there's a bunch of note cards like this with pencils, and you get to write down any recovery-related topic or question that you have anonymously. You don't have to fill anything out other than just that topic or whatever. And it's specifically designed for the newcomer who comes into the room who may not be comfortable yet speaking up in front of a large group of people. And it allows them to get their topics and their questions answered and discussed. That way they can walk away with something meaningful out of that meeting. And in the 2+ years we've been doing this is the first time I've seen this topic come up, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to discuss it. Again, this is the topic, being fake. There's no name, there's no context. This is how we see the card in the middle of the meeting, and so we just kind of have to roll with it from there. And you know, when it comes to being fake, we're going to meet people in our lives who aren't exactly what they seem. You might have already met some of those people. I'm for sure you will meet people down the road who aren't exactly what they appear to be. Ask yourself, how many times out of all the people you met in your life, how many times at that initial meeting did that person walk up to you and say, well, I'm just a piece of trash. I screwed this up. I'm pathetic. I'm a drug addict. I'm an alcoholic. My life is just trash. I'm garbage. I can't think of too many people. How many times did you do that? How many times did you introduce yourself to the very first meeting? Hey, I'm Drew, and I'm just a piece of trash. I'm an alcoholic. I can't control my drinking. The problem is, people typically, upon an initial meeting, people typically want to start out with their best foot forward. They don't want to be perceived as being weak or flawed or vulnerable. Do you? I know I don't. And then when it comes to being fake, here's where the problem really lies. See, whenever I meet somebody and they're trying to meet me with their best foot forward, I subconsciously, unintentionally place an expectation on that person that the way they speak, this is how they're going to speak. The way they act, this is how they're going to act. And then when all of a sudden that person does something to deviate from that unintended expectation, when they say something that's different or they do something that's out of context or out of character from that initial meeting, well, the easiest conclusion for me to arrive at is they're fake. And I was thinking about this last night on the way home. I was like, man, this is a good topic, and I hope that I haven't ever come across as being fake. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I have indeed come across as being fake. How many times did I try to convince people in my immediate circle? How many times did I try to convince them that I wasn't alcoholic? How many times did I try to convince them that my life was manageable, that my life was great, that I had everything under control? How many times did I try to convince them that I could control my drinking? Now, the difference is, yes, I was being fake, I guess you could say. The difference is I was doing so with the intent of wanting to hide my vulnerability. And that's what this all comes down to. Why are you, assuming that person is fake? Are they doing it because they don't want it to be vulnerable? Or are they being fake because they want to manipulate you? And that happens. I know, actually, unfortunately, I know several people who are like that. And that's okay. The good news about that is I get to decide how much influence that manipulative person has in my life. And I get to make that decision based upon the boundaries that I set with that person. Sure, I can interact with them in a professional setting or in a civil manner, but beyond that, hell, I can ignore them. That way, they know where they stand and I know where I stand. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys, absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed, drop it into the Recovery Classroom Messenger. Deb, Dren, and myself, there's a whole slew of us back here. We'll get it and we'll take a look at it, see what we can do. We'll be talking again soon, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.